What's up everyone, Scott the TroutHammer here, back on the water again, back to one of my absolutely most favorite fishing locations with some of my absolutely most favorite weather. Yeah guys, it looked like winter finally broke here in the mid-valley. It looks like spring's finally taken hold and setting some roots. The forecast for the next week looks awesome, so fishing should be getting much better from here on out. But yeah, we're back here. We're gonna be going for some stock trout, and I'm gonna use the same 2-rod system that I've done before. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, go ahead and check out my fishing edition, how to catch stock trout video. That's where I break down this 2-rod system. You do need the 2-rod validation to fish this way, but I mean, you know, this is how you really hammer the trout. We'll get baited up and we'll get some line wet, but if you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button down there, notify bell next to it, so you're gonna be the first to see all great content that's gonna come from this channel. And when you subscribe, if your account setting is on public and I can read your name, I'll give you a shout out in my weekend video, which today is. I got 2 weeks worth of shout outs to give today because I had a lot of stuff happen in my personal life over the last 2 weeks. I wasn't able to really do much fishing at all, really wasn't able to do anything. But yeah, I had almost like 60 subscribers subscribe in the last week, but only 3 of them had their account settings either on public or let me know so I could give them a shout out. So today I got shout outs for David Carlisle, Jackson Davis, and I don't know what the BR is abbreviated for in this name, but I'll just say Burr Mark. So thank you all so much for subscribing to the channel. It means the universe to me. That's how this channel is going to grow, how I'm going to be able to spread the fishing love to the YouTube universe. But yeah, if your account setting is on private and I couldn't read your name, you guys know who you are. You guys are rock stars. I still thank you just the same. I'm out here a lot later than I wanted to be. It's actually the beginning of the afternoon, so should be an interesting bite. I mean, the water level's at a great level. I mean, the water level, if you guys have seen me fish this spot before, the water level is so high. I mean, look all the way up there. The water was up to here. I mean, that's like a good 2-foot difference from where it is now. So I had to wait a while to fish the spot. All right, enough talking. Let's get to doinking. Yep, you saw me. There you go, guys. That's a fish. There we go, guys. That's unreal. Oh, this is such an awesome looking fish. Oh, yeah. All right, guys, check that out. Yeah, still basically had to mud hike through here, so good thing I wore these. I think we're gonna start with some lemon lime colored power bait. And I'm thinking garlic procure. One of my favorite things about the spot is this conveniently located tree with all these branches I could just hang my stuff on. I don't have to bend over to pick anything up. Still going with about a 2-foot leader for my Carolina rig and a trocar hook, so I'm using 3 power bait eggs to get that to float. A little tasty goop. Only gonna use 2 drops, this stuff's strong. All right, so obviously you don't wanna fish floating bait on a Carolina rig inside a current. You can see where the current goes. You see that seam there? I wanna be just on the outside of the seam. So I'm actually gonna cast pretty far from where I'm at. Perfect. Reason being is when they stock trout, especially when they recently stock trout, they're looking for the conveyor belt of food. That's gonna be the inlet, that's gonna be the current. They're gonna be sitting just on the outside of that current, waiting for food to come by, whether that be, you know, insects, smaller fish they can predate upon, zooplankton, grubs, stuff like that. They'll even feed on the vegetation, but anything that floats by that they deem as food, that's when they'll go into the current, grab it, and then come back out. You'll actually find the bigger trout inside the current. So if you guys are new to the channel, these are the bite alarms I use. They're super cheap. You can find these on Amazon, pretty much any online shopping website, but they don't cost really much at all. And you get them in packs of 3 for like 15 bucks, so really good price point. But what you do is you stick your rod into this rubber grip and you put your line through this, so when it turns, it'll make an alarm to let you know when there's a bite. It'll sound like this. Really handy in situations like this where you're fishing in the wind and you don't want to come running over to your rod every time you see it move a little bit thinking you got a bite. This will help you make sure it's an actual bite because it only goes off if something pulls on the line. And that's pretty much how you set it up. You want to have it slack because you don't want just your line to be tight enough that it gives you a false read every time the line moves from the wind. And for rod number 2, the 7-foot light rod, we're going to be starting out with a Colorado blade spoon. So because we got sunny skies and muddy water, I'm actually fishing a spoon that is half and half. It's half gold, half silver. Best of both worlds. You guys remember from my how to choose lure color video, you know, that's what you wanna think about when you have just a bluebird sky day like you do today and dirty water. You know, lure color matters a lot. On one hand, you have no clouds impeding the sunlight, so it's going to penetrate a lot deeper into the water than you think, but also you have that dirty water that we have now. So, I mean, up close, stuff is going to be a little more clear than you think, but at a distance, you still want that gold color on the blade to stand out. Oh. We made a slight adjustment and we got doinked immediately. I had to actually hold it and set the hook. Yep, fish on. And this is a decent sized fish. Yeah, that's a decent sized fish. Holy cow. Get you inside the weeds. Come to me, trout. You have been hammered. That's a great lip hook on that guy too. Sorry, I'm showing you the muddy side. Yeah, right on the bottom of the lip. Yeah, I cast inside the current, and you know, like I said, the larger trout will be inside the current. There's a good 2-pounder right here. First trout out of this lake in too long. All right, guys, there we go with one good sized trout. Anymore, I only keep these guys if they're about this size, so I'm gonna bleed this guy and I'm gonna get him on the stringer. All right, that's one good fish, destined for the smoker. And he actually ripped that bait up. But that's why I picked that lemon lime. I knew it for this lake. So I've said this before, I'll just repeat it again real quick because it's a good tip. Helps to know how your hooks are made. I'm using a trocar hook, so I know they need 3 power bait eggs to float, even with this 6-pound mono line. But also that larger bait profile is going to appeal to a larger trout, as was pretty much demonstrated. More tasty goo. Cast over in the same area. Oh, hello. That was a huge bite. Yep, fish on. And this feels like another good sized trout. Yep, it is. Yeah, fish came off. That's fine. It was barely hooked anyway. And it went through all those weeds. So yeah, as I suspected, they are in the current. All right, it's getting about that time. I got other stuff I got to do. So I'm thinking I'm going to give this like maybe half an hour. And if I don't get another fish, well, if I catch another fish, I'll just call it. But I'm just going to give this another half hour. I am just fine with 2 trout for the smoker, especially if they're that big. Plus, it's getting later in the afternoon, and I swear the fish in this pond only work the morning shift. Catching some overtimers right now. Well, that time has come. Got some stuff to do, but before we call it a video, see you guys back at the house. Oh, please grow for me. Yeah, this is the 3rd time I've had to put seed down already. Seems like every time I put seed down, the rain comes through and floods it out. That I'm also not here most of the day, so I can't keep the birds from coming down eating the seed. But it's better than the clover. I'm not so much allergic to bees as I'm highly sensitive to bees, and I don't want those clovers right there just to populate bees right where we're loading my daughter in and out of the car. Don't know what her reaction to it is. Not gonna take the chance. Speaking of you-know-who...
Honey. Hi. Yeah. You gonna show off how much you're talking now? Look at you being a pantsless hooligan. What you got? Got rattle ball. Yeah. Honey, gonna say dada. 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 Say dada. Yeah. Got any other words you want to bestow upon us? I just want the camera, Daddy. Honey, look. It's the kiss fish. Aw, you give fish kisses. Yeah, you are so sweet. Aw, you love the fish. I give smooch. Aw, I give smooch. Aw, big smooches. Really? Honey, I love you. Oh, you'll crawl for the camera, but not for Daddy. I really want that camera, Daddy. I might crawl just for the camera.
Alright guys, so like I said in the last video, we are back in the swing of things, and I've been missing this. I've been itching so bad for weather. We had a meeting at work the other day, and I looked at that pond, and I'm just like... knowing that here in about 2-3 weeks, the fishing should get really good around here. I want to fish that pond again! Larry? Maybe that's where we need to go. Yeah, like I said, we're back in the swing of things. We're going to be fishing a lot more. The fishing should be getting a lot better. So I'm going to the coast this weekend. I'm going to do some surf fishing, do some jetty fishing with Christian, so stay tuned for that video. Then, I don't know if you guys saw the forecast for salmon coming through the area this year. 1.1 million coho coming through the Columbia Basin. What? That's the forecasted number. So yeah, I've been going through my gear, making sure that I'm set up to hit the river hard this season. But let me know what you guys thought down in the comments below. If you guys haven't already, hit that subscribe button down there and notify bell next to it so you're going to be the first to see all the great content that's going to come from this channel. With the fishing picking up, I'm going to start doing some giveaways again. It's something I've been wanting to do since I hit 1,000 subscribers. And we already blew past 1.1K, so thank you guys so much for that. But to get into those giveaways, you guys need to be subscribed, so get on it while you can. If you guys enjoyed this video, if you guys learned something or found this video helpful at all, or just having a good time watching, do me a favor, hit that like button. You know, you kind of get annoyed with YouTubers where they feel like they have to beg for likes. But the thing is, that's how the exposure of the video increases. That's how it's going to come across more people's suggested videos. That's how this video is going to do well. That's how this channel is going to do well. Hitting that like button, hit that subscribe button, comment down below. That's why we ask for these things. But I want your engagement. I don't want you guys just to watch my videos. I want you guys to feel like you're part of a community, which is why I ask for these things also, because I answer every comment that comes across this channel. Speaking of support the channel, if you guys want other ways to support the channel, I got links down below in the video description to Instagram, to Facebook, to Patreon, to all those goodies. By the way, I have to give a shout out to Marlon Olson, who let me know that my Patreon link was broken. I guess Patreon didn't update, and I didn't think to check to see if my link was still working. So link works now. I gotta check to see if the other ones work well also. But yeah, Patreon, completely up to you guys. I got my reward tier set really low because my means are really small. For this channel, even $1 goes a long way, and it's an amount that you won't even notice leave your bank account. But other than that, thank you guys so much for watching. Stay tuned for more videos coming up, and as always, tips up, tight lines, and have fun fishing.